Hey, it's just me, Jen Kim, and it is October. What? How did this happen? We're in the 10th month of the year. I have no idea. Today it's cold. I think it's like 60, and I know that's not bad, but I would just like it to be a little bit warmer. Hang out in the house with a scarf on sometimes. Some of my favorite people were born in October, including my sister Emily this past Saturday, the 1st, and my dear friends Kim and Michael this Wednesday, the 5th, and my college roommate Katie's husband Mark on Thursday the 6th. But today, October 3rd, is the birthday of Oliver Wyatt Rappaport, the son of my good friends Evelyn and Alan Rappaport. I have known Evelyn since junior high when I had the perm, scary, but I'm so happy to be in touch with her still because Ollie is awesome. Yesterday we went to Brook Hollow Barnyard in Boonton, New Jersey, and we fed pigs and sheep and rabbits and goats and rode a tractor, picked pumpkins, perfect fall birthday, so props to Evelyn for coming up with that. But today I wanted to bring you some creative cats. I think the first one we had here on the vlog is Mike McDonald of the Rambler podcast. We had Mike here a few months ago for some day drinking and an interview, so I'll pop a little link up here so you can watch that too. But today we're talking about poetry. I have some super talented friends and a relative, so I got permission to share some of their work with you. So the first poem is by my friend John G. Schill in Minnesota. Seashells and broken glass. Sister, if you listen close, you can hear the sea singing. The sands turned by time that made us singing. Like if you look close, the lines in our eyes echo each other. A chorus of histories and fragments that spell out a story. A broken harmony foreign to both our sets of ears. The shattering of bottles don't drown out the shattering from parting. The roar of jet engines don't drown out the sea's song below. Hands paper cut to bone can't fold enough cranes to grant one shared wish. Jagged-edged reflections cut the paper into something ugly anyway. The truth is, I never folded 1,000 cranes all by myself, only folded when I was by myself. Sister, sometimes we are a bucket of broken glass, every jagged edge, every hard and sharp fragment ready to slice into, draw blood from, carve its story into an arm or an outstretched hand, just to have an unredacted story, history, and writing. Most times we are a bucket of broken stories, every omitted name, every redacted detail ready to slice into us. Carve the negative space we fill with each other. Synthetic blood relation that runs in jagged gaps, sparkles and shines in light. And when I'm down, you come down to my level to get me. And when you're down, the only words I can think to say are your own. Like the best thing I can be for you is a reflection in broad strokes of the best part of you you've given to me. Love that, John. Thank you. The next poem is by Jada Lyric, my friend in Boston. Returning. What does it mean to return home? To a country that you don't belong to and doesn't belong to you. A continent with a pulse, which has throbbed and ached since the moment you were deported from it. What does it mean to return home? To be a foreigner in your own land. To be a stranger to your own face. To not be able to speak your own language. What does it mean to try to capture these aches? And this yearning you felt for years, to try to belong to a country who relinquished you so many years ago. Your shadows remain fractured, sometimes able to piece these pieces which have been missing for years. What does it really mean to return home? And will you ever really be able to call it your own? I was in Korea in August for the ICA, International Korean Adoptee Association's gathering, and I saw Jada in the market. We were just walking around in Myeongdong and we ran into each other, and we're in Jeju at the same time. She thinks I drove past her. It's a crazy small cat world. Thank you, Jada, for letting me share that. I will definitely get up to Boston this fall. It would be definitely beautiful then. And the last one is by my cousin Lee Herrick in Fresno, California. Lee is the Fresno Poet Laureate. I'm super, super proud of him. This is The House is Quiet Except. My daughter reads on the couch, whispers the dialogue. I only hear the consonants of her name, the way I imagine a house of books in a future age. 2035 when I will be 65 and alive. I hope, and she will be 31, perhaps with faith and a love she can count on. Wild trees, wild flowers, a man or a woman. Perhaps God or someone else to whom she can whisper dialogue, if she forgets where her heart is. How there is a pulse in every book, how looking down into the open page reminds us of prayer, the next night of restoration. Thank you, Lee, for letting me share that. You can find more of Lee's work at leeherrick.com, and you can buy his wonderful books, which I think have the best titles ever. The first is This Many Miles from Desire, and the other is Gardening Secrets of the Dead. I just want to add as a random side note that these goats were cracking me up. They were hungry, they were eating all the carrots we were feeding them, they were up on this ledge that they could climb and then go to the other paddock and just play around, and there were traffic jams sometimes when two of them wanted to go different ways, but that cracked me up. So that's it for this week's episode. I'll have more creative CADs to come, including designers, memoirists, documentary filmmakers, and more, plus of course food and resources and events coming up soon. So let me know if you enjoyed this video. You can give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to the channel for new episodes on Sundays.